Good evening. Today, July 13, breaking news as a gunman has shot two worshipers in a church. Let's take a look at this news together so that you can see it for yourself on what has unfolded here. Two worshipers shot dead as gunman brings carnage to church after wounding cop at Kentucky's Bluegrass Airport. And again, I'm going to include the links below so that you can see the article and read it for yourself. But for now, I'm going to be reading it to you so that you can hear it firsthand. Two churchgoers have been killed and a state trooper seriously wounded in two shootouts during a gunman's rampage. Panicked passengers ran for their lives as shots were fired at Bluegrass Airport in Lexington, Kentucky about 11:40 a.m., wounding the trooper. The shooter, it says, carjacked a vehicle and fled 16 miles to Richmond Road Baptist Church, where he was cornered by pursuing cops, police said. Lexington Police Chief Lawrence Weathers said the gunman, who may have a connection to the congregation, fired on worshipers inside the church. Beverly Gum, 72, and Christina Combs, 32, were shot dead as they tried to escape, and two men were wounded and rushed to the hospital, one in critical condition. There you have it, folks. This is coming out within the last 24 hours. There's been a shootout over in Kentucky where a gunman has killed two worshipers in a church there. And the article continues, the wounded deputy was taken to the hospital with serious injuries but is in stable condition, the Lexington Fire Department said. So yes, there's been a shootout and they also wounded a deputy and he's in the hospital with serious injuries, but it looks like he's going to be okay. And it says, we were the first to the scene after the shooting, barely escaping a head-on crash from the shooter while he drove out of the airport the wrong way, witnesses say. And here's a photo of the area with police, as you see right here, cop cars, and everyone swarming the scene to contain the situation. And it says right here, a state trooper has been seriously wounded in a shootout at a major airport before the gunman fled into a church. So as you see here, it was a shootout, looks like at the airport before this gunman fled to this church and wounded two more. Or I'm sorry, he actually unalived two people. This coming out within the last 24 hours. Gosh, what do you guys think about this? Is this something that we need to pass laws for, or is this something that you think the cops can handle on their own? If you believe this is something we need to make new laws for, put a 4 in the comments saying basically yes, we need new laws, we need different ways to contain these kind of situations. If you think that everything's fine and we just need to keep going as we're doing, just put a number 6 in the comments, basically saying no, everything's okay, let's continue, we just need better timing, that sort of stuff. And I have another story here. Let's look at it together. And this story right here is coming out of AP News. It's about the search for the Texas flood victims, which was paused as heavy rains bring new threat of high waters. And again, I would like to let you know that I'm going to put all these links down below in the description so that you can copy and paste it and you can see that I'm not making this information up. This is real news and I'm just trying my best to cover it for you guys so you can see it for yourselves at home. Now let's continue with the article here, and it goes, more heavy rains in Texas on Sunday paused a week-long search for victims of catastrophic flooding along the Guadalupe River and led to high water rescue elsewhere as officials warn that the downpours could again cause waterways to surge. It was the first time a new round of severe weather had paused the search since the July 4th floods, which killed at least 129 people. Authorities believe more than 160 people may still be missing over in Kerr County. In Kerrville, where local officials, have come under scrutiny about the warnings given to residents, authorities went door to door to some homes after midnight early Sunday to alert people that flooding was again possible. Authorities also pushed alerts to the phones of the people in those areas. So there you have it. There was flooding. A huge amount of people died. Let's put it that way. And they're warning the nearby people of the area that it may happen again. So they need to be careful and stay on alert. Ingram Fire Department officials ordered search crews to immediately evacuate the Guadalupe River corridor in Kerr County until further notice, warning the potential for a flash flood is high. Search and rescue efforts were expected to resume on Monday, depending on river flow. So there you have it, guys. There were officials there on standby. There were search and rescue teams, and they're saying, guys, you need to get out of here. There can be a flood again. Go home until further notice. And let's see, the article continues here. Latest flooding damages dozens of homes. Governor Greg Abbott said on X that the state was making rescues in San Saba, Lampasas, and Schleider counties, and that evacuations were taking place in a handful of others. And I'm sorry if I mispronounced Schleider counties. The latest round of flooding damaged about 100 homes and knocked down untold lengths of cattle fencing, said Ashley Johnson, CEO of Hill County Community Action Association. Anything you can imagine in rural community was damaged, she said. Our blessing is it was daylight and we knew it was coming. With more rain on the way, county officials ordered everyone living in flood-prone areas near the San Saba River to evacuate. Johnson said people were being moved to the San Saba Civic Center, which has become a safe refuge and shelter and shade and aid. So you heard it there. They're moving people to a safe refuge that has become a shelter and aid for all of those in the area. What do you guys think about these floods? Do you guys think this is going to continue happening? Do you guys think this is kind of strange? It keeps flooding in the same area. That's just my opinion. But yeah, it looks like it's going to continue. I'm not sure. I guess I'll keep you up to date with that as everything happens and occurs. Next up, we have another story here, and it's on the Epstein case. So this is coming out of the Daily Mail, and it's titled Epstein Cover-Up, Civil War Exposes Deep Fractures and Dirty Secrets at the Heart of MAGA. And the article goes on to say, when a group of MAGA influencers marched out of the Oval Office holding up white binders filled with the Epstein files, DJ Trump's base immediately sensed something was off. Fast forward to 5 months later, and the president's cabinet is cracking wide open with FBI chiefs and Dan Bongino and Kash Patel threatening to resign unless Attorney General Pam Bondi is fired. The biggest names in MAGA media, Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, and Steve Bannon, have sounded their colossal mega horns over the escalating crisis. Now, ugly fractures are emerging and dirty secrets are being leaked across Washington, D.C. So there's been so much going on with this case. Do you guys think that this is the end? Is this everything there is to be told on the Epstein case? Or is there more to it, and is something being hidden from the public? The article continues here and says, In a twisted web of Epstein conspiracy theorists, heated anti-Israel rhetoric has emerged at a time when Trump is already facing criticism over supporting Benjamin Netanyahu's bombing campaign. MAGA lawmakers like Marjorie Taylor Greene has been accused of anti-Semitism, while former Fox host Carlson is facing claims that he is taking money from the Qatari government. Greene and Carlson vehemently deny the allegations. At the end of February, the White House invited a cadre of conservative influencers for a visit and presented them with big white binders which purportedly contained the oft-touted Epstein files. So again, they're saying that this might be it. This might be the end of the Epstein case. Well, they're saying it is. What do you guys think? Do you guys think there's more to this story? If you guys think there's something else, feel free to leave a comment and let us know what you think about this. To move on, coming here out of the New York Post, we have our last story. Bat-wielding Rochester man describes close encounter with serious mountain lion on his block. It said rawr. The New Yorker is getting his dander up over a reported mountain lion roaming Rochester. So there's a guy who saw a mountain lion in his area, it seems, and it looks like he heard it and he got spooked out. It went right over there and it said rawr, said Jones, who spotted the panther prowling around his street Wednesday. He said, I seen it. See me, see it. And that was a quote from him. I heard the roar. I felt the roar. I know he be pushing. I know that. In my head, I'm like, no, I gotta go. Man, no, I'm out. And yeah, that's a kind of a weird story. Oh, it looks like the screen froze a bit. But yeah, it says it right here. He said, it's about like this big. It was just walking, slithering. I don't know, man. Jones said, I'm going to keep this bat right here just in case. I'm going to protect, and he's not going to let this happen. So he was holding a bat in self-defense in case this mountain lion were to attack him and his family. And it looks like there's a little photo screenshot right there of that mountain lion in the dark. Very scary indeed to come across. What do you guys think about this? Do you guys think that these animals are sensing something and they're moving closer to the public, to our homes? Or do you think this is just a one-off? Again, this is it would be very scary to come across a mountain lion like that had escaped the zoo. It says here, home security footage appeared to capture a ferocious feline stalking down a Rochester sidewalk Wednesday night, while the Monroe County Sheriff's Office deployed a drone to search the area. Rochester's Seneca Zoo even weighed in, assuring authorities that none of its animals had escaped. Okay, so they're saying none of their animals had escaped the zoo. So it begs the question, where did it come from? And if it came down to where the population is, where we're living, why did it come down? Why is it that close to the homes of people? What is going on? So this was the last story we have for you today, and I'm glad you guys tuned in. Feel free to drop a comment below or subscribe. It's up to you guys. Again, it's totally free, so why not? I'm definitely going to keep you guys up to date with the latest as it comes in to you here on the channel. Take care and have a great night.